Quick little update on the four-door Louise. Whoa, what's up with focus? I decided to get out here and do some elbow grease, apply some elbow grease. So I started removing paint from this door using sanding blocks and such. Being careful to do my crosshatch pattern, finding some irregularities in the door, and I think the door kind of swings up at this lip a bit from the hit that had come down the door here. Had caused damage there at the door handle area. That was all dented in, and I think the door took a hit this way. So it kind of goes up a little bit, but not really. It didn't really show up until I was sanding, and when you sight down the door it looks straight, so not too worried about that. I did some sanding on this spot. Don't know if you remember, but I had welded in a patch. I had a hole there, so let's see if we can put our little imperfection revealer wax and grease remover, and it's looking pretty good, I think. Not perfect. You know, there's that little whoop-de-doo there that I could probably do a little bit more sanding, but I think all in all, that's looking pretty good. So I'm actually pleased with that after however many applications of body filler I put on there and took off sanding. It does have a profile to it, so I think what I was doing was just sanding into the profile and messing that up, and I finally got it down. So the dark is Duraglass and the light is the polyfill stuff. They smell the same. The Duraglass is a little harder to work, and the polyfill was easier to work, but I guess is better for on top of Duraglass. And my tank here for the compressor, I did try diesel and a bunch of nuts and sloshing around, and I was just making a big old mess. You can see spillage in my village there. So I drained all that out, let it dry, and just treated it with phosphoric acid. So we'll see what that does. I know it'll stop the rust, it'll kill the rust, but I believe the residue it leaves behind can still work its way off. But I'm going to have another tank coming anyway, so I think I'm just entertaining myself in the meantime, seeing what I can do with that. So let's see, my shop is still pretty open here, neater than it was, and like that. So I also want to float an idea out there to people in the garage. Let me know what you think to help Darren and Andrea defray the costs of the bash. I guess they're having to put up a bunch of their own money up front to make things happen, and I guess to attract the attention of sponsors, they need to have something going. So I guess they've been floating that on their own. I was wondering what the people in the garage would think of having an auction. People put up some items or tools or something they make for some kind of auction. I don't know how that would work, but if anybody has any ideas, I'm just throwing it out there. From having organized a national get-together myself, or put in a bid for one, I should say, but I did all the organization stuff. I know it takes a lot of upfront cost to do that. Even though it's just a get-together and stuff, I guess there's venue and food and all that stuff, maybe even insurance, I don't know, depending on what the venue requires. So just throwing it out there, I intend to have a discussion about this and see if anybody has better ideas or like that. If you have an idea how the mechanics of such a thing would work, that'd be great. Or offering up something that's lying around, or even something that's purpose made for this, that's cool. I'm new in the garage myself, so I don't have anything garage related, but I can probably find something. Or I was actually even thinking of donating a for a first-time YouTuber who doesn't have stickers, Signman 1200 sticker starter fund or something. You know, here's for your first or whatever batch of stickers. So just an idea, trying to get the ball rolling on such a thing. So that's my update, and that's really Ruben amusing himself, trying to keep himself busy in the shop, giving Louise some attention before I take off the bumper and drop the drive shaft. Oh, thank you, Mark, Second Gen Garage, for the idea, the shaft plug that I would stick into my transmission so I don't have transmission draining all over the place, especially when I lift this out. I'm definitely going to go look into that. We have an AutoZone in the area, and that would be a good thing. So thank you for that tip. That will be very handy. So like Darren says, push the record button, get out there and make it happen. Even if you're just entertaining yourself.